Hi, I'm Kim. You might have already been reading some of my blog already. I wanted to make a little video today about something that I might have mentioned on my blog, but I can't quite remember. But I certainly didn't mention it at all on Failed by the NHS. Um, Obviously, if you read my blog, follow me on Twitter or the like, you'll know that I suffer quite badly with anxiety. Another side to that is I am emetophobic, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. Emetophobia, in case you don't know, is a severe phobia of vomiting. Ooh, I don't even like saying it. So for me, that means that I am petrified of getting ill myself. I'm also very, very scared of people around me getting ill. Um, what it means to me on a day-to-day basis, it takes up a lot of my life every single day. So I probably think about it at least like 20 or 30 times a day. I'm very conscious of where I put my hands, what my hands touch, and then worry about if they've touched my face or what part of my body they've touched. I'm very aware of who I'm around. Facebook can be a bugger as well, because some people like to write about the illnesses them and their families have got. I find that very triggering. What it means is when I'm obviously panicked that someone around me is ill, what I tend to do is, my mind works at 100 miles per hour, so what I tend to do is I won't eat, certainly not as much. Obviously, won't go see that person, regardless of who it is. Try and stay clear of them. It also means that, I struggle with things like opening doors, touching door handles. It means as well that I'm affected by a lot of the foods that I can eat. So I have this fear that I'm obviously going to get food poisoning. So I eat beef at home, but I won't cook any of the meat myself. So I won't cook chicken, I won't cook pork, I won't cook fish. I will eat sort of, I do eat bacon, but only when my other half cooks it, I won't cook it. Because if I cook it, it'll be black. So yeah, anything beef is fine. I do eat cooked things at home, so already cooked fish, already cooked chicken for sandwiches and salads and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of how I get my protein and things like that. I will eat certain meats out if depending on where I am, but I say out, I mean when I'm with my family. So I'll eat chicken that my mum's cooked because she knows what I'm like. And I'll eat sort of risk foods around hers because obviously she's been cooking it for years. Same with sort of grandparents, mother-in-law, that sort of side of my family. Won't eat it out though, so if I go out for a roast, it's always got to be beef roast. No gammon, nothing. That is it, just beef. I won't eat sort of chicken and chips. That I wouldn't go to like Nando's or anything like that. It also means that I have unfortunately got a few safety behaviours, so I can't go out without certain things in my bag. So the things I have in my bag are antiemetics. Antiemetics are tablets. If you don't know, by the way, they're tablets that stop you feeling, you know what, or doing, you know what. The ones that I've got are Phenergan. I think that's how you say it. I think they're used for travel sickness. I take them when I'm feeling really nauseous, really panicked about something. The great thing about them for me personally is that they make me really drowsy, so that tends to sort of calm a lot of things down for me. Um, I have sort of, I do also try and take natural things where I can, so I'm a big believer in things like ginger and peppermint, teas, herbal teas and things like that, because it's just better for you. Um, I also have to have a certain hand sanitizer, um, which is Boots antiviral hand sanitizer. I can't go out anywhere without it. It's just got a particular ingredient in that I know will kill certain bugs, so I have to have that. Even though I've got that hand sanitizer there, it means I can't eat my hands when I'm out. So if I was to go out and, I don't know, I'm really hungry and I just wanted like a bag of crisps or something, unless I go to the bathroom, wash my hands with soap and very, very hot water for 20 seconds, and then I'm able to come out without touching any handles. Unless I'm wearing a hoodie. A hoodie is great because you can open door handles with hoodies. But yeah, unless I can do all of that and then use my hand sanitizer, I won't eat. I'll happily eat with cutlery when I'm out, but you'll probably catch me sanitising them, which I know my other half doesn't like, which I can understand. It's probably not good to eat it. So yeah, I'm so conscious of everything all the time and what's touched what and when and how and the expiry date on things. And to a lot of people, I think it can be really hard to kind of sympathise with, because a lot in the past, it's really common for people to say to me, "Oh well, no one likes being sick," and I'm like, "No, this isn't that I don't like it. This is that I am frightened of it. Like I am genuinely petrified." Um, and I think that people struggle to kind of understand that. That something that might seem very natural to them is very unnatural to me. And I've spent hours researching and reading, losing sleep, not eating. I've wasted a lot of my life on this, unfortunately. It's got worse over probably since I moved out, probably since I left home. I don't know why. Just I suppose having that independence has actually meant that I can go out, get the medication I need. My safety medication. I can do that with sort of no questions asked, and that's sort of been the reason why I've fallen into these safety behaviours. I've been emetophobic since I was probably about 7 or 8. It was a bit of a not so great a part of my life, a bit more stressful, what was going on. My parents were splitting up. I'd had a teacher who I was really close to just passed away. Obviously I was moving. So it was, for a 7 or 8 year old, it was scary. And I remember that my granddad had food poisoning. My granddad is the sort of person that he's a proper older generation guy who doesn't cry. He's got all these sort of big tattoos on his arms. He's someone very strong who I've always looked up to. And I think seeing him so ill with food poisoning, I don't know, this is just a theory, but I think that's what did it for me, seeing him get hospitalised for it. Obviously I was quite young at the time, so I don't know if there was sort of underlying problems or anything like that. But I won't get that image out of my head of seeing him so weak. And I think that's what frightened me, to think that someone like him could be made to sort of feel so ill and, wiped out. It was horrible. So I think that's where it's come from, and obviously gradually throughout the years, it's deteriorated. And like I said, since I've moved out and I've had that ability that I can just go out and fill my bag with as many products as I please, it's probably not too good. Um, yeah, so I think that probably gives you a little escape into what it's like for me being emetophobic. There's an awful lot of people out there who actually suffer with it. It's just, I think that people probably. I only learned that there was an actual name for it about 3 years ago. Um, Before that, I think it was easy to pass off as, oh, well, she doesn't like it. But now we've got a name for it. There's there's great forums out there, there's great support groups, and if you are emetophobic and and you're worried, and because it can really take over your life, and I can completely empathise with that, but I believe that you seek some sort of support. CBT has been proven to kind of help ease with the symptoms. If you need sort of other support, you've also got Anxiety UK, who have sort of therapies around the country, and they do list emetophobia on their website. They have a section for it. There's some great forums out there with some really lovely people. So there is help out there. Don't feel like you're alone. And there's a lot of people who suffer from it. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for listening to my ramblings for the 10 minutes. But yeah, I hope it's given you some sort of insight, and feel free to contact me with any questions. Thanks.